Hi, Daisy Scrapping Rooster here. Today I'm going to show you what I did with some of my leftover scraps. I'm still using a lot of scraps that I have in bags, and I never throw anything out no matter what I do. But I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, this is a bunch of little scraps that I did at the very beginning. I think it was like my second video when I was making the flowers, and I throw nothing out. I keep it in the bag because eventually I'm going to use it for something. So I figured I'm going to use this for what I just made, what I'm going to show you. So let me show you what I did. I used some of these scraps, and what I did, you see this? Very pretty. And I just took it apart and I laid it on here. This is white chipboard, plain white chipboard. And I just laid them on here, just all over the place. I used some of this. Leftover scraps. They're all leftover scraps, and I just put them in random places. I didn't cut, just ripped apart, put them down like this. And then I had, let me see what else. Let me move this over a little bit. And then I had some tulle, and I just placed them on here also. Let me see what else. I use some little pieces that I did with the Tim Holtz Tater Floral Die, and some of them didn't come out right. You know, when you're trying to do multiples, and that's what I did. And I laid some on here. Let me see, more little pieces. I took this piece and I cut the strings or pulled it apart like this. Well, you know what I mean. Can't really see it, but and I threw it on here also. And let me see what else. Oh, this piece here, really pretty. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. There was a piece on the end that was frayed, and this is two-tone. But I cut that piece off and I put it on my layout. And what else? So I just took bits and pieces. Here's this another piece. I just still took little pieces like this, kept ripping. I can't rip this one, so I cut that one. But you know, more or less. See another piece here, purple. So I used a bunch of little colors here. And then, let me show you what I did. And then I decoupaged it on here. And then after I decoupaged it, did a nice little layout in the back. I took white paint and I added a little bit of water and I whitewashed it all. Okay, now let me show you what I did. Oh, and after this, I'll show you what I did. Okay, so let me show you what I created. I also used a chipboard piece. Let me get it. That Maggie sent me, and it was the Julie Nutting design, the girl. I used that. Well, she's not here anymore because I used it. It was the only one I had because I was so jealous of you girls playing with your dolls, and I haven't gotten mine yet. So I decided to create this. This is what I did. Okay, and as you can see, it's the white chipboard, and then I laid out a couple little pieces that I did here, like this. Okay, some the little Tim Holtz flowers that were deformed. And I put it all in the background, and then I whitewashed it, and then I added this on top. Okay, you know that piece that you use to paint your walls, to do the faux painting? I got this at Home Depot. So what I did was, after I laid these little pieces down, I put this over it, right on top, like this. And I pulled it. Okay, wrapped it around the whole thing, and then what I did is I added a little bit more whitewash just to tone down the colors in the background. But as you can see on here, it's not going to go anywhere. It doesn't move, it doesn't do anything because I used that decoupage glue. And you know what? Let me pull it out so this way you can see. Okay, I use this one here, because if I use the Mod Podge, it'll come out shiny. This one doesn't come out shiny because it's matte. Okay, that's what I used. Okay, and then on top of that, I let it all dry. so it's not going anywhere, you can't move it. But then on top I used the the Tim Holtz Tater Florals, the ones that I had left over in the bag. And let me see if I can find a couple. I know I have a couple pieces left. Let's see. And you see how they're all deformed? And some of them had full pieces and some of them didn't. And I just took them and I layered them and made it look really pretty. Some have one, some have two. And I just layered them on here. And then on top of that I put one of those little rhinestones. I don't know if you could see. They're like it's a tricolor rhinestone. It's clear. I guess it's white clear. And I added one on each. And then as for my doll, there's my doll, my pretty doll. Okay, and you can see it's three-dimensional, really pretty. Okay, for my doll, I took, okay, you know this piece here? Okay, this piece here, what I did was I just rolled it up like this. And this is using leftover scraps. I'm just giving my new subbies ideas. Because I know a lot of us don't have what, some of you girls have. So we use what we have. And that's what I'm trying to show my girls, my new subbies, that you don't need to have, everything that's out there to create, something cute, something beautiful. So what I did was I rolled this up and then I cut it into tiny, tiny pieces. And that's how I came out with, that's how I made this part of her dress, the purple part. And then on the lighter pink and white, what I did was I just took random pieces like this also, scraps, see? And I rolled it also and I cut it into tiny, tiny little pieces and then I Mod Podged it down. Okay, same thing with the little sash and her top. Okay, and behind this I have a little piece of pink lace, which was a leftover from my bag. Why it was in there, I have no idea, because I keep my lace pieces, scraps separate. But it was in there, so I used it. And it matched. And this is what I came up with. So that's another way to use your scraps. And please watch the video to the end, because Mr. Joe has a message for you. Thank you for watching. Well, I thought I was done, but I'm not done. Because you know me. Every time I make something, I have to create something else. Okay, but I created a card to go with this, and here's the card. Okay, same exact way. Okay, and what I didn't do here was I didn't take the whitewash behind the card, nor did I Mod Podge the fabric down so it's loose. So this way you can see the difference. One is using whitewash, the paint whitewash, and the other one is not. Okay, and this is my card. And then I added a little white seam binding here and some of my little beads to match. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I didn't create the inside because, like I said, I don't know. I tend to give a lot of things away, so I don't really sign or make the inside of the card. I don't sign it yet. And it's plain. Just put another little tater flower there. And that's my card. Okay, now I'm done. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys, it's Mr. Joe for DC Scrapping Rooster. Anyway, I put out a challenge to everybody out there to take up all their scraps and put something together like Ms. Neri did. Everything is due at the end of the month, guys. Sorry I didn't mention that, so no pressure whatsoever. Anyway, thank you very much. April 30th. Anything else?
That's it.
And that's it. All right, bye guys.